Hello and welcome to another episode of Newborn, a light assault video guide series with thorough gameplay commentary. We're gonna pick up right where we left off, but before that, I just want to thank you guys for so positive feedback on the first episode. It makes me happy to please you, so here's a little sunshine for you. Okay, so I'm looking for a good fight. There seems to be a good near 50-50 fight going in Rime Analytics, but I can't spawn there directly. Now, the spawning rules are somewhat complicated, and they often change from patch to patch. Currently, you can deploy to nearby large bases even from several hexes away, and you can always deploy to the next base by the latest link. So first I'm gonna deploy to Matherson's Triumph, and then redeploy to Rime Analytics. This is called redeploy hopping, and you can accelerate this process by hitting redeploy key while on the loading screen. I don't actually do it here. Again, the first thing you do after deploying into a fight for the first time is check the map. We see that NC has capped the point. Now, I'm a proponent of the objective-oriented light assault playstyle, and normally I would give priority to securing the point. But the timer has only started ticking, so there's no emergency, so I let other infantry fight for it. I take a moment to investigate enemy contacts behind the wall by flying on the fence. Now, this wasn't a smart move. I could see where enemies were looking on the minimap, and I should have moved to a different position to engage them from the side instead of the front. In this case I got lucky, and the element of surprise alone was enough. My shields took some damage, so I used the terminal to resupply them quickly. Back to the fence. Nothing new, so I'm gonna make my way to the capture point. I arrive a bit late to the party, so I fly on the roof to look around from the high ground. I hear some NC gunfire and see the minimap contact, and I move to engage with some careful bursting against a moving target. You can see me performing the trick called Jet Reload. Watch my Jump Jet Tips video guide for more tricks like that. I see another target at long range. Normally this would be too far for the Track 5, but that enemy is already wounded and retreating, so I'm not concerned with him returning fire, and I don't need many bullets to finish him. And if I get shot by another enemy, I can always take one step to jump down from the fence. The only real threat here are possible snipers, but just moving slightly while shooting is usually enough to prevent a one-hit kill headshot. And indeed I hear a sniper bullet barely missing my head. I didn't see a tracer, but I did catch the dot on the minimap. Trying to snipe me is unforgivable impudence, so I move out to hunt without delay. Jokes aside, I believe hunting snipers is one of light assault's responsibilities, because we are so good at it, arguably better than counter-sniping. Because a good sniper will have a cloak, fire, recloak and move routine that makes them very difficult to counter-snipe. Mustarde has old but still relevant sniping guide on that topic, link is in description and on screen. You can actually see that infiltrator on top of the crystal spike, but I was too busy zigzagging to notice. We also see a spawn beacon. Destroying spawn beacons is another of light assault's responsibilities, so I have an opportunity to kill 2 rich cats with 1 frag. It was very stupid of me to not consider that a sniper might be on one of the crystal spikes, considering how often they are used for that purpose. I look around at my level, don't see anyone, and decide it is safe to move to destroy the spawn beacon. I see a drop pod landing and move to deal with that. Only now I finally see that sniper as he's throwing a grenade. I expected an EMP, which would drain my jetpack fuel. Anxious to fly to the rock as soon as possible, I have to look away to maneuver. By the time I look back, the sniper is gone. Just to check, I fire a carbine burst and move to initiate search. Suddenly, I see a deployed NC Thunderer that wasn't there before. For some reason that I don't remember anymore, I am very confident the sniper is still there. I make a very angry face to scare him and force a miss, and shoot him to death. Jokes aside, it was stupid just to rush that sniper in the face like that, and there was a moment where I was flying in a straight line for way too long. However, just the fact that he had frag grenades instead of EMP and that I was still alive already was a sign of a not very proficient player, so it was not that risky. That Thunderer really changed things. Without C4 I can't do anything to it, and I find spawn camping despicable and pointless. Running back to base through the open field is too dangerous, so I decide to just redeploy. We seem to have numerical advantage, but with that enemy Thunderer deployed, we can expect reinforcements soon, so I decide to stick around and help defend the base. On my way out of the spawn room, I hear NC voice and move to investigate. I hear NS Commissioner shots and NC cloak, and see an allied corpse, so it's probably a stalker. I get spotted by somebody who I don't see, so I decide to retreat and wait until spotted condition fades, which takes 10 seconds. Some guy with a carbine takes pot shots at me, but I don't care about him. Guys with carbines can't cloak, so anyone can take care of them. But I'm the only one who knows about that infiltrator, so it's my responsibility to find him before he kills any more of my comrades. Decloaking sound gave him away. Finally, on my way to front lines, I notice a faint sniper tracer. I'm not sure where it came from, maybe I imagined it. I let go of it for now and continue to front lines. I'm gonna attempt to take a flanking position on advancing enemies. I notice an NC Thunderer. Being in line of sight of its double bulldogs is extremely dangerous, because they kill infantry in one hit. Really wishing I had C4 right about now. I decide at least spot it for my allies. And yet another sniper tries for my head. I'm gonna look for another angle at the entrance. I investigate a flash. The driver might still be there. Not this time. This would be a good angle, but I'm completely open to that enemy tank. It seems that roof directly in front of the entrance is my only position. It is too open, so I can't stay there for long. This position is open to snipers too, case in point. First I wanted to get indoors for maximum safety, but I decided to regenerate my shields under the rock, so I won't show my exposed unshielded back to enemy follow-up shot. Got concussed, but I still can shoot at something moving. I have to admit, right now I'm being completely useless. So I decide to go get rid of those snipers. First I move to the side, where enemy snipers would have less reason to look. I hear and see sniper shot from the right, but I don't believe my ears. But I do believe my eyes. I get closer before opening up on him to make sure I get good shots. I get shot by automatics and barely get away. I break one of sight and use a nearby terminal to restock shields, and I used medkit. Before looking for snipers, I have to take care of that guy with automatic weapon. Now, I'm not sure where he is, so I just throw my body out there. Trying to look for him from the rocks above would probably be smarter. On reaction, I return fire from the hip, but quickly realize that he is too far for that. So I stop firing to let my cone of fire reset while I aim down sights. When going from hip firing to ADS, always make a pause, because cone of fire cannot get smaller while firing. Fear your own harassers more than enemy ones. At least those do not lie about being on your side. I briefly saw a sniper on those rocks, but the harasser takes care of him. But there's probably more than one, so I keep looking.
Visual on a hostile light assault troop.
He spots me, but doesn't engage and doesn't change position, giving me time to get close. At this range, it doesn't matter that my cone of fire is huge after flying, so I don't have to wait after landing. I see a third sniper already taking aim at me. Once again, I do something stupidly risky and engage him right away. Technically, as long as I manage to hit him first, the flinch from taking damage will probably be enough to throw off his aim from my head. But at this range, a bolt-action rifle shot to the chest could be enough to kill me. I at least should have waited for my shields to recharge and then try to bait out a miss. Kids, don't try this at home. Luckily, none of it was just enough to save me. I make one final sweep for snipers and redeploy. This battle is over, and so is this episode. In the next episode, we're gonna continue right from this moment. As a side note, I know this wasn't the most engaging fighting sequence ever, but neither is PlanetSide 2 a lot of the time. I promise there will be more nail-biting action in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed the video, feel free to like, share, subscribe, etc. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.